Welcome to the round 11 review for Supercoach 2023. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. This week we scored 2,403 into rank 1,748. So went up in the ranks again, which was good. We did trade Oliver, which meant we probably should have, because I think half the comp held him, half traded that had him. So going up, we should have gone up this week, but a few concerns this week. Jack Steele, I don't think I can make excuses anymore. I think he's had excuses, but I can't explain that performance. Sinclair, bit up and down, don't know what you're going to get. Will Day's getting the role and the disposals, but not getting the points on the board. So I'd love to trade him. I don't think I can. Sheasel, bit of halfback, bit of half forward, bit of midfield. What's his role? I don't know. Hopefully DFS has his heat map up and we can check that. But yeah, it was an interesting round. Bit of carnage. Rory Atkins, unbelievable. Probably would have gotten to another 70, 80k if he held the role, but he lost the role to Joel Jeffrey. I can understand. I think the coach is probably sick of him looking for sideways kicks, and even at half forward, he was still looking for sideways kicks. Wasn't always getting him. So I'll be trading him this week, regardless of if he plays. And yeah, we'll see how we're lining up for the first buy round, and it's terrible because of Sicily. I think getting suspended means we're probably down to 16 or 17, which is a disaster because anything less than 18 and anything less than 18 is very bad because we give up way too many points. If we're down a premium, we're going to give up 110 points. Down a rookie, give up 60, 70 points. It's too much to give up, but I think need to look after what the final team looks like. So that's more important because from final buy round is 15. After that, I think there's 10 rounds after that. No, 9 rounds after that. So that's need to make sure that our final premium team doesn't give up too many points in the 9 weeks. So 100 this week we'll probably give up. And hopefully, just to make sure the final team looks as good as it possibly can be. And I think we'll probably finish the team on 3 trades. We'll go through the notepad and show what I'm planning to do for the rest of the year. So a little bit tight for money. Sam Sturt, Roberts, Chester Constable, we can't trade them. Then we don't have the trades to sideways a rookie. It's pointless. It's not worth it. So they're stuck forever. Sturt came back, but not really convinced that he's going to hold his spot. I think he'll hold because Jago Amir is suspended, so it opens up a spot for him to play a full game, but I can't see him playing too much throughout the rest of the year if he plays like he did. So it is what it is, but that's alright. Have a block noise for some reason at the moment, so might send a little stuffy. But Sicily 172, fantastic trade in. It was the right move to get him in this week with the matchup and the interview he did, saying that he had a role change. And you can see in this role, he can just dominate. He can do whatever he wants. He's a great reader of the ball. Doesn't have to mind his man. He's not frustrated. I say he's not frustrated, but gave away 250s and yeah, got suspended. So yeah, like of all the weeks to do it, had to be the one where you get him in and for your worst buy round. But look, you get a bit of luck in this game, you take it. You get bad luck in this game, you cop it. It's just can't do much about it. So it was nice to have the captain on him. He had, I think, only 11% had the captain on him. Hopefully you tailed if you did have him. So yeah, it would have been very nice to get that leg up this week, but a bit of paper over the cracks in terms of what the team looks like this week. So for round 12. So look, great to have him. And if he played this week, say he goes 100, goes up 25k, and then he's gone up like 80k in 2 weeks. So I feel like I had to get him, not really flushed for cash. Like I know a lot of people are struggling for cash, and even though I've got the I thought Atkins was a good one, but Mitchell, Weddle, Humphrey, I've got all these guys, which is nice, but I didn't have Chan, I didn't have Ryan. Overpaid for Oliver, overpaid for Laird, so didn't quite manage our money as best as we possibly could. So that's why the bit of late influx of cash has helped us a lot. So we'll see how we go there. Jordan Dawson, fantastic, 120. We take that. Hasn't been hitting the targets inside 50 as consistently as he was early in the year, but yeah, great to see the Crom get up against the Lions. Yeah, pretty tough to beat at Adelaide Oval, but need to start winning away. So this will be a big game against the Gold Coast Suns. Nick Dacos, I didn't watch North versus Collingwood, or maybe watched a little bit, but not enough to notice what happened with Dacos. And then Sinclair, just so annoying. How can you have a 3-round average of 98 and have a 160 in there? What's his break even? They don't show break even, so Sinclair's just like a whatever pick. He's fine to have, but if you don't have him, fine, who cares? So, what's his fixture coming up? I think it's okay. I don't like Sydney SCG. This is not too bad. Richmond, Brisbane, I don't know. I don't know if that's tough for defenders or not. West Coast, you think it'll be easy. Melbourne shouldn't be too difficult. A few games at Marvel. Oh, very nice Marvel run towards the end of the year. Fingers crossed he just averages 100 from here, and I'll take that. Atkins, just disaster. But yeah, I think it's just the role was dirty. It wasn't like it was just you get the points, you take him, you run, and then when it blows up, it blows up. It blew up a little earlier than I hoped for. I didn't cross my mind that a role change would happen, given that he's basically finished. He's not an AFL standard player in any other role. Could play wing, but you watch him play, and when it's his turn to tackle, he doesn't go in. Just like kind of skirts around the contest. It's the same problem at Adelaide, and you can't have these sorts of players in your team when in high pressure games. But you can hide those deficiencies at halfback. So I think he's finished. I'll be trading this week. I know he's a green dot for us if he does play, but like, what's the point? With it, no, if he doesn't have this role, it's same venue. Get me out of this. I mean, if he goes back to halfback, great. But I'm not sure. Mitchell and Weddle. I mean, this is great. They're just ticking along. Low break evens, 22. Oh, minus 15. That's very nice. So yeah, Weddle's been a great trade in over Sharp, and it will help us finish a team. So I really like both of them as prospects, especially Weddle. I think he'll be great for Hawthorn, and I like what Hawthorn are doing and where they're going. Full rebuild, talented kids. They'll be a force in a few years, I think, especially if Mitch Lewis stays healthy. Moving on to the midfield, Bont, Laird, Merritt, Brayshaw. I mean, yeah, these guys are great to have. I think they're top 8. Laird still managed time on ground slightly. Merritt apparently had a bit of a cork going on. Bont, good. And then like Brayshaw, yeah, been fantastic for us. He's gone up money, probably have a low break even. He's got us a 130 and a 103. So since he said the knee pain was gone, he scored 98. He scored 2 goals, only scored 98. I thought it underscored. Probably look at it through here. So this 98, he scored 2 goals, looked really good. Hawthorn dominated 150. This Sydney game, I thought he played outstanding and only scored 88. And now the points are coming, so I guess eye test is you could just see how good he looked. So big tick on the eye test for him. Tom Green, I think he's highly owned, so don't really care. Just want him to stay fit and play out the year. If he averages 100 for the rest of the year, I don't care. Just hopefully he does. Jack Steele, I don't know what to say here. His 5-round is still 100, so look, if you told me Jack Steele will play every game and average 95 from here, I would sign that deal. I'd take it and run, just because I'm a bit worried something will happen or he get managed or just didn't look right, but the buys come at the right time for him. So like no games under 90 for the whole year apart from this one. Now this game he got subbed, so I'm not counting that. And this game was the return game, and he had 40% CBA. So, yeah, I don't know. So look, that's why I was making excuses for him. I don't know what his problem was. He was not just on Nash the whole time. It just looked terrible. I don't know. Maybe it's the game plan. Maybe he's trimmed down. Maybe it's battling a little bit through the knee issue. Is it the knee? Is it the shoulder? The shoulder looked fine to me over the past few weeks. So, SCG small ground. I think that's good for Steel, more stoppages. Richmond shouldn't be a difficult matchup. Brisbane probably tough. West Coast should be easy. Melbourne give up points. North Hawthorn again. I guess that's not great given what we saw. The run's not too bad. Richmond again. The run's not too bad for Jack Steele. If I had lots of trades, I'd flick him to Tom Stewart this week, just to avoid that donut. But I don't have that luxury, no chance. So that's okay. Is what it is. Will Day. Oh my God, what do we do here? He's just sinking in cash. So the roll was still there. So he's averaged 83 for us, basically. The roll was still there. He's averaging 27, 28 touches since we got him, since his suspension. And he's just not scoring. So I don't really know why. Disposal, missing short kicks, long kicks go to opposition. I don't know. I think it's a lot of... He's good. He's a good DT pick because he's good at looking for marks on the wing, which is what he... Looking at his junior numbers, his mark count was really, really high. So that's always good. But for Supercoach, still averaging the 91. 79% CBA. So I think I'd love to get rid of him because he's just so frustrating. But I think you just got to back him in at this point. Port Adelaide, Adelaide Oval. That sounds like a dreadful matchup. And we got to hold. We got to keep copping it, and not much we can do about it. We traded in Bailey Humphrey for 280k, and I think it's a successful trade. Because this week was, if we didn't grab Humphrey last week, we would have grabbed both Wardlaw and Ford this week. And everything would have needed to go right. Ford would have needed to look good again, score well. Given we probably need to flick him at his bye. So, Also, I think they got a few threatening for his spot in the VFL. But I think he's got the spot no problem now on the wing and a little bit forward. And Wardlaw injury prone, coming off limited preseason. How's he going to go again? Is he I think the durability bit worried me a bit on that one. So I wanted just to get another look, see if we have to grab both. I didn't want to depend on grabbing both, so I thought we'll grab Humphrey. He's got the good buy, low break even, on-field scoring. Got 18 extra points. It all counts. Basically guaranteed money. So a bit lucky with Humphrey. He scored that unbelievable goal at the end, so probably would have scored a 65, 70 if he didn't get that. But we'll take it and run. So very happy with that. And basically means we're going to skip Wardlaw now that we got another look. I still think Wardlaw is a fine option. If you already got him, I think he'll be fine. He'll keep playing and he'll make some money. If you're looking at Ford versus Wardlaw, I think you probably take Ford based on what we saw. Cheaper, lower break even, for preseason, I think, unlike Wardlaw. So I think you take that. But yeah, Wardlaw obviously much higher talent. A few years' time, he'll be much better than Ford, you'd think. Ruckman, English, Marshall. I mean, that's our ruck line. It is what it is. Jared Witt's probably going to surpass English the way he's going. Sean Darcy's injured, so a bit fortunate we don't have him. Somehow English has outlasted all the other full preseason rucks. It's just incredible, apart from Marshall. So, see how that goes. I won't have cover for the year because no reason to grab McAndrew. It would be great if you could get like a Darcy Cameron as your F7 to cover your other lines as well as your ruck with DPP, but can't really do that. But we'll see how we go. Now the forward line just gets it done every week, so except for Z-Wall really. So Dunkley, Taranto, Gordon, Rosie, all very common, all fantastic. Taranto was unreal, probably underscored. And Dunkley was good in wet conditions. Well, the ground was wet. I don't think it rained much during the game. Jack Sewell down to 105 average now. Hasn't been great the past 2 weeks under the new coach. 88 and 71. Did have 88 DT. Had one of the dumbest out the falls I've ever seen. I think we just back him in. I think we just back him in from here. I am nervous that this could end at some point, but we'll deal with that when it comes, if it comes. But otherwise, 5 round of 110, that still has the that monster bullshit score in it. But otherwise, he's been pretty good, pretty consistent. So not going to be spooked by this score, but just because he's 32 and it's sort of like bullshit role, rebuilding team, playing a good role, but yeah, it's a bit of bullshit about it. Not as bullshit as Atkins, but yeah, whatever. I think we'll hold and hopefully he's a keeper, but yeah, I think there's too much evidence to suggest he'll be okay. I did read he was on limited minutes at training the other day, but it's like a big footy rumour. Sheasel, 5 round of 95, 3 round of 86. How's he gone? So this was a half forward role, and then yeah, more forward, 79 against Collingwood though. So I don't think he's a trade, but if you want Jack Macrae, do you get Sheasel up to Jack Macrae? So that's what I have to decide this week basically. He went half back in the fourth quarter, I think, and I think Hall will get dropped soon. So with Sheasel, I still think he's got keeper potential, but I think you'd be a bit happier with a more bona fide guy there in his spot. Just depends on whether you have the traits or not. So I'd love to just hold him till the bye, but if I want Jack Macrae, it has to be this week. Otherwise, we'll never get him. So unless he comes down again, but I think yeah, we'll discuss Macrae. Sturt and Roberts on the bench. That's hella dead, and yeah. So how are we gonna line up this week? Round 12 bye. So LeBron James, Sicily, thanks for your 170 and your 0. Hopefully Chincotta comes back. They got 5 injuries, I think. 5 forced. 4 or 5, depends if Cripps is going to get up. So hopefully Chincotta plays. If he doesn't play, then oh my god, I don't know. I don't think he'll ever play again. Where else on a VC? I think we're going to VC Dacos against West Coast, and then he'll be farming for 3 votes that game. Probably Bont versus the Cats with no midfield. I think yeah, definitely do that. Or we could VC Bont. I think he's got the high ceiling, and then see Merritt. Something like this will do. We'll get Chesser on the field and Constable on the field. Let's be real, he's not playing. English can come on the field. Yeah, that's it. So, okay, we're just going to get this trade done while we can. So Atkins out, even though he might play. Eddie Ford's break even, 92 average for 123k rookie, negative 114 break even. We'll need his money later, so we'll grab him. But yeah, he should get to, with a 50, he'll get to 200k, so that'll be great. So I think if you need money, you got to grab him. So he'll be most traded in player this week. So let's have a look at the buy rounds. So say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, Jesus, that's not great. But if we get Chincotta 17, if we get Chesser, I'm not expecting Chesser. So I think we'll just call it 17. Constable comes back, that would be unbelievable. But that would be a miracle. And miracles are like 1 in a million. So it's not happening. So yeah, that's the team now. Who do we want to finish the team? So it'll be Neil, Sarong, Oliver, Petrarca, 2 of them. Now, do we have the money for Oliver? No. So we're going to anti-pod that, which is going to go down terribly. Neil's been back the past few weeks. I don't know what his break-even is because he's off, but I wouldn't mind locking Neil for that price. It's still a bit iffy. Because he's had a few down games, but he looks fine. Keys kind of tagged him in the first half. Sarong, I like 610, bit expensive. Petrarca, is he still 650? Yeah, no chance. And then Oliver, 660, I think. Yeah, no chance. So I think we'll need those 2 to finish off the midfield. So we need to get So 2 of those midfielders, and then probably need to grab Stewart as our last slot for defender, or like defender forward slot because Zeebel's anywhere, and also turn Zeebel or turn a fake premium into a Jack McRae. So that might look like this. So Sheasel I think will be okay though. I don't really want to trade Sheasel, but Jack McRae, 41 break even, 5 straight at Marvel. I'll need to check his scoring with the full dogs midfield in the team because I think JD put it in Discord and it's not great. So I'll check that out. But it would be nice to own Jack McRae for probably the last time. A bit worried about the CBAs if they were 50 on the weekend but no Trelaw. So I'm a little bit worried, but yeah, I wasn't really keen on McRae. I saw the CBAs were 9 and 20, back up to 50. So you still think that it's Jack McRae, so he'll be. I can't see him going less than 95, although that's what he did with CBAs last year. So is this even a smart trade? I don't know, but I'll get the notepad out. So we got. So this is, we'll try and finish the team on paper. So the aim is to finish the team with 3 trades left, but we'll have to keep Steele, Day, and Zeebel. The reason why I put Zeebel in this bracket is because he's just much older, and I don't know if like he's going to keep it up. So I've gotten the notepad out, and hopefully we can finish a team by doing these trades, and it will depend on players making money. Where is it? There we go. As if some players don't make enough money, then we might be in trouble. So we very much need to hold tight and fingers crossed. So I think the plan is hopefully Weddle. Basically, we Weddle and Mitchell out for 102, and probably Stewart. Maybe we'll go someone cheaper. I don't know, but don't know. I think we kind of have to have him, even though I don't know if I want to death ride his durability anymore. But maybe we'll see. Regardless, we need him or like a Neil or Sarong, and then that'll leave us with roughly 110k in the bank. This is assuming we get the 102 rookie from Geelong. I know Geelong have a lot of players to return, so that's a bit worrying. And then, yeah, Mitchell and Weddle get to about 320k. I think they can actually make a bit more than that, but fingers crossed. And then at some point we'll do Humphrey to a rookie. So I assume Humphrey, he's 350k. I'm hoping he'll get to about 400, fingers crossed. Another 100 and we'll actually get there, but hopefully we'll go down to like a 123k rookie. Hopefully we get a mid-season draft player. We'll go down to 102. That would be nice. And then Chincotta, well, I'm assuming Chincotta plays and gets to another 30k. That might not even happen, so it might be screwed. Break even to 23. So if he can just do something in the next few weeks, I clicked the wrong thing again, that would be great. So we'll have 50k roughly in the bank, Neil for 590. If we'll see how we go, we might have to go for somebody cheaper. And that'll leave us with that much in the bank, and then we'll need one more mid. So that'll be MJ and Eddie Ford. Now, if something goes wrong with these guys, we're kind of screwed. We'll have to use an extra trade to figure this out, and hopefully that will be, we'll have like no money, but 0 upgrades and 3 trades left. It's always good to have a bit of money left over in case your worst player gets injured and they go down even more, and you can't really get them to anyone. But yeah, and so that'll be our M8. We might have to go for like a Cornelio M8 if we don't have much money. I'm hopeful Ford, like how much money is he going to make? With 50s, he'll get to like 250 at his buy roughly. We need him to get to like 300, so we're a bit dependent on him. So it's not ideal the position we're in. We overtraded, and maybe we shouldn't even do Sheasel to McRae. We might not even be in a position to do that, but I do feel like if we want McRae, it has to be now unless he comes back down. So I think that's where we're at. So yeah, this week will be a rough one for us, but it is what it is. Can't do much. Love to do still to Stewart, but I can't. That would mean no McRae. Hold Sheasel. I wonder if that's better. Keeping Sheasel and getting rid of Steele instead, so we get points this week. It just means no McRae. Or we do Steele to McRae, and then no Stewart. But then McRae's the buy, so I don't know. We'll see how we go. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know how you're going or what you're doing this week, and we'll see you in the next one.